At some point in a man's life, you have to understand the core of your assignment. You have to understand the core of your ministry. I've been over the years to navigate from one dimension of revelation of the Lord, and I got to a point I discovered that the major course that the Lord want me to stabilize on is spiritual maturity. According to Ephesians chapter 4, from verse 11, He appointed some purpose to stand the likes. He said, for the preparing of the saint for the work of ministry, until we get to the fullness of the stature of Christ. So at that point, I discovered that God's intention is for every believer to be a minister. So since then, I knew that my major assignment, with evidence over the years, is how people should navigate from being born again till they have become stabilized in their walk with God. Not the paparazzi of it, my user, or the scream of it, but ability to understand the dynamics of mastering what pleases the master. Just stability in the kingdom. So when I discovered that, I noticed that that's the drilling of God over my life. And when the book issue came, it's not even the first book I documented. The book is about some of the dealings of God with me in the last 3-4 years, and I documented it. And also I saw a problem in the body of Christ as a result of this call, that people are spiritual in Nigeria, then they come to the diaspora, they backslide easily. And the question I was asking is that why are they so zealous in Nigeria and they are dry if the gospel is universal? So that means there's something about the doctrine that we're not getting right. So, and when we check the history, people left UK to Nigeria and they have been there for 30, 50 years, shaping Christianity. People are part of Catholic and Church of England and all that, and they are stabilized, even sometimes to the extent of doing it extremely. But we that are in the Pentecostal, we feel we have fire, and we have the noise, we have the numbers. Then we get to the diaspora, and all of a sudden we discover that people are not taking us serious, and people are just, So I discovered that there's something wrong with the foundation. So we have to start with defining what we call true Christianity, what we call spiritual growth. Is the ability to preach, is the ability to fall down. Then the purpose of that book is to be able to tailor people to understand that there's a way to appraise our work with God. How do you know somebody is spiritually mature? Number one, their life of devotion. Number two is their decision. If you fall down and rise up and you didn't decide right to marry, what's the essence of spiritual maturity? And number two, the ability to handle or manage deception. So those are some of the things I documented in that book. That when a fresh believer picks it, he can understand the way the Holy Ghost navigate with a new believer until you get to a level of spiritual stability.